Nigeria's news today, June 30th, 2025. Nigerian federal workers insist July 1st nationwide protest is sacrosanct over unpaid wage demands. 2027, David Mark may lead coalition battle against Tinubu. FG declares state of emergency on Suleja-Minna road construction. Tinubu's visit to Saint Lucia, strategic engagement, not vacation, says Presidency. Uganda, after 39 years in power, 80-year-old Yoweri Museveni to seek re-election. Summary of the news. Nigerian federal workers insist July 1st nationwide protest is sacrosanct over unmet wage demands. Federal workers in Nigeria under the Federal Workers Forum (FWF) have confirmed that the planned nationwide protest scheduled for Monday, July 1st will go on as planned. This decision follows lingering dissatisfaction over unresolved welfare and remuneration issues, despite recent indications of progress from government officials. Following an online general meeting held on Saturday, June 29th, the FWF stated that while there have been assurances from the Director of Finance regarding the disbursement of the delayed wage award expected after June salaries and another tranche the following week, these promises are not enough to halt the protest. The forum insists that the government's failure to fully implement key policies affecting federal employees leaves no alternative but to proceed with mass action. The FWF reiterated that its core demands remain unchanged, including the full implementation of the new national minimum wage, cost of living adjustments, payment of promotion arrears, and resolution of salary issues across several sectors. The forum emphasized that federal workers deserve a living wage and warned that continued delays, broken promises, and policy inconsistencies will no longer be tolerated. 2027, David Mark may lead coalition battle against Tinubu. A coalition of key opposition figures, Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, Nasir El-Rufai, and Rotimi Amechi, is set to adopt the African Democratic Congress (ADC) as its platform to challenge President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 elections. Former Senate President David Mark has reportedly agreed to serve as the interim national chairman, while the position of national secretary remains open after Rauf Aribisala and Senator Ben Obi declined. The coalition, announced in March, rejected the Social Democratic Party (SDP) over alleged Tinubu loyalist influence and chose the ADC to fast-track preparations. Many coalition members and their supporters are already integrating into the ADC, with the party's current leadership ready to step aside. ADC chairman Ralph Nwosu confirmed the plan and praised Mark as the right person to lead. Peter Obi's camp also signaled he is open to leaving the Labour Party if it serves the national interest. Meanwhile, the APC dismissed the alliance as weak. His spokesperson, Bala Ibrahim, said Tinubu remains unthreatened and confident of re-election. The coalition's formal announcement is expected within the week. FG declared state of emergency on Suleja-Minna road construction. Minister of Works David Umahi announced during a recent inspection that the Suleja-Minna road project had been poorly handled by the initial contractor, Salini Nigeria Limited, with large portions either abandoned or substandard. Despite over a year and a half of attempts to get the company to fix the road, there was no progress. Following complaints by Niger State Governor Mohammed Bago to President Bola Tinubu, the President directed the Ministry of Works to urgently intervene. Umahi described the road's construction as terrible, increasing travel time from 1.5 hours to 7 and causing fatal accidents. He declared sections of the road as emergency projects, stressing that any contractor who delays mobilization after being awarded the job will be terminated immediately. He emphasized that the contractor must begin work promptly, with payment processing to follow, as part of Tinubu's vision for a new Nigeria. The minister further revealed that the project was inherited from the previous administration, and despite being funded, the contractor's work failed. He condemned ongoing lobbying for Salini to continue, calling it wickedness, and said Nigerians should not continue to suffer while contractors collect money without delivering value. Umahi stated that Salini still owes the government, and the ministry will recover that portion either through direct work or by involving the EFCC if they fail to comply. Tinubu's visit to Saint Lucia, strategic engagement, not vacation, says Presidency. The presidency has described President Bola Tinubu's visit to Saint Lucia as a historic and strategic diplomatic mission aimed at strengthening Nigeria's ties with the Caribbean. In a statement by presidential aide Bayo Onanuga, the visit was said to rekindle deep ancestral and cultural connections, particularly with Saint Lucia and the wider CARICOM bloc. It aligns with Nigerian foreign policy focus on democracy, development, diaspora, and demography. The statement highlighted shared historical links, including the legacy of Sir Danley Alexander, a Saint Lucia who served as Nigeria's Chief Justice. It also noted Nigeria's growing cultural influence in the region through Afrobeats and Nollywood. Tinubu is expected to engage in educational and community events, including a visit to the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College and a meeting with the Nigerian community in Saint Lucia. Rejecting criticism that the trip is a vacation, the presidency insisted it is a meaningful effort to expand Nigeria's global partnerships and promote South-South cooperation. Uganda, after 39 years in power, 80-year-old Yoweri Museveni to seek the election. Uganda President Yoweri Museveni, in power since 1986, has announced his intention to run in the next presidential election, extending his nearly 40-year rule. At 80 years, Museveni will again seek the nomination of his ruling National Resistance Movement (NRM) party. His long tenure has been enabled by constitutional amendments removing term and age limits. Critics accuse him of using security forces and patronage to maintain power, which he denies. Museveni says his goal is to grow Uganda's economy to $500 billion in 5 years, though it currently stands at around $66 billion. The elections are scheduled for January next year. His main rival is expected to be Bobi Wine, a popular opposition figure and musician who disputes the results of the 2021 election, citing fraud and intimidation. Follow for more. June 30th, 2025.